honestly, like, I honest to God think if I didn't meet you, my company would not have been as successful.
Which is
because
crazy.
Your designs are so beautiful that people are drawn to them. And I feel like people now, when they see my designs, are like, oh yeah, that's Danielle.
Yeah,
that's
like,
Danielle.
no.
Hello and welcome back. Today is a very special video. I've got my dear friend Danielle here. She is an amazing graphic designer and illustrator, and I exclusively work with her for all my products. So today I just wanted to look back on all the amazing products that I've designed. Well, I haven't designed them. I cannot take credit for that, but Danielle has designed them. I've launched them and, put them up on my website, but I basically just wanted to show everybody the process that Danielle basically goes through from conception to completion. So she's gonna show you guys some of your sketches. Yeah. We're gonna go over all these products that we've been working on, but it's been like almost 4 years now that we've been working together.
It's a good thing you're keeping track, because I'm just like, years, it's been years. Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me.
Oh my God, of course.
Thanks for working with me. I don't even know what to say.
So when I'm looking to design a product, there's basically like no rhyme or reason. I'll sometimes
I have an idea.
Literally, like, I have an idea. I want it to sort of look like this.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how like her brain processes the nonsense that comes out of my mouth.
It's not nonsense.
I mean, for example, I have a notebook coming out.
Yeah.
So this is the final product. So it says dream big. And I remember telling Danielle, I have a notebook, I want it to say dream big, I want it to be colorful. I did not know that it would look this beautiful. But Danielle, just talk about how you actually, make my crazy ideas into beautiful products.
I mean, first of all, this is exciting because I've never seen the sample in person until this very moment. So it's exciting to like hold it.
Yeah, and this, to be honest, is a really good sample.
Yeah.
Because I've received samples before where I'm like, you must be joking.
Yeah.
Like, you can't actually think that what I sent you.
We've seen some things.
We'll talk about that in another video, but a prime example are my crayons that are yet to be released because the sample that I approved is not the product that I actually received.
I mean, I think it's just a lot of trial and error. I kind of know the direction that you like to go in, which is very similar to me, which is like more minimal in that sense. So I think it's just more of like getting things down onto paper or digitally and just seeing what kind of comes about. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't, and we kind of go back and forth to say like, okay, this could work, but like also think of this.
Yeah, but it's never been like a complete miss.
Yeah, no.
Like it's normally like 75 to 80% there where it's like minor changes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like one of the easiest people I've ever worked with, like ever, and that's not me just saying that because I'm in front of her. Like it's legit.
We have to put that into stone. See, I am easy to work with.
Virtually to a sample to then eventually seeing it in stores is like one of the most rewarding things in the entire universe as someone who's the designer.
Oh, this notebook, which I was super excited about, I showed a dear friend of mine who runs an organization here in Montreal, and they often order like lots of my products for their youth participants. So I showed her the notebook. She's like, oh my God, this is amazing. We need it for our youth. And she actually does a back to school supply drive where she gives out school bags, notebooks, pencils, stationery to kids in the Montreal area. And she asked me, she's like, can you do a school bag? And literally this was maybe a month ago.
Light bulb.
Sure, why not? So I spoke to Danielle. I was like, so school bag.
Yeah.
And then basically I found a sample online that I liked. So this is the sample that I found. So this is the sample. It's a full-size school bag, but it will be for kids. I love the fact that it had a pocket in the front. I love how the back is sturdy, the straps are really cute. And actually I like the fact that this is waterproof.
Right.
And then I liked how it had these nice like leather tabs, and then the inside, which I really liked, has padding for a laptop. So it's a really good size. So it's a full-size bag, so it's perfect for elementary school students because they can put their binders, all their books. Now, but Danielle worked her magic, and I literally squealed when I saw it. I'll give you your laptop back.
So considering like just her aesthetic, her style, her brand style. I say her, but it's like really her brand. And also kind of piggybacking on the kente cloth, which you could see here and a lot more here. We kind of worked with that concept to bring it into a backpack. So essentially, if you look at the bag, so all this part here will be like the kente cloth. This part here will be black, but it'll have the Dream Big logo on the side. And then, of course, this will all be black here. The main part of it will be black, but then the straps, which is super exciting, is actually gonna bring in the kente cloth, but make it kind of look like it's two separate patterns. And then the Dream Big patch will be in the front, right here. So it's gonna replace this. This isn't gonna be there, and it's gonna actually be like a Dream Big patch with orange stitching. So it's super exciting.
And then the inside of the bag is probably gonna be orange or like that yellowish kind of mustard yellow color.
Exactly.
So I'm beyond excited about this. And this idea basically came about because one of my friends asked me, can you make school bags?
Yeah.
So Danielle designed the most beautiful school bag, and this is my latest product.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because like a lot of products, like you want to create yourself, you have ideas.
Yeah.
But a lot of it sometimes has to do with like customer feedback.
Exactly.
Or potential customer feedback. And then that kind of sparks more ideas, and it's like, I mean, why not?
I know. And what's funny is I showed another one of my friends this notebook, and she's like, cool, so you're making sweatshirts? I was like, oh!
Now I should make sweatshirts. So when Akilah comes to me with a product idea, it's a lot of back and forth and sense of conversation at first, right? Like I'm asking questions, I'm trying to see like where her head is at in the sense of colors or look or text, etc. So when we were working on Movers Shakers History Makers, she had mentioned she wanted a more hand-drawn visual or aesthetic. So that's exciting for me because I like to create work in the sense of type art. So creating letters and fonts and words that kind of create their own art. So since we were starting with something that had to do with hand-drawn, hand lettering, I wanted to make sure that I used my hand as much as possible because a lot of times I'm on my laptop, but for this I wanted to start by hand. And so I use my iPad. I'm using the iPad Pro. It's a 12.9 inch and I'm using the Procreate app, just in case you're interested. And so it all starts with just like me writing it out. So she told me the title. And of course, knowing the title and knowing what the final title is key, because if it's not final, doing all this work is kind of for nothing. And so it started with me just doing, you know, movers and shakers, writing it by hand, very basic.
And I still can't believe that is what you came up with.
I know,
this I'm seeing this, and it's just
went from this to this, essentially.
It's so surreal to me, because if that were me, it would be chicken scratch and would look like trash.
I mean, it is chicken scratch. Like that, for some reason, is the word book.
That looks amazing. That's not what I would have like put on a page.
And so from there, then it's just me building out the letters because I knew it wasn't going to be like letters like that. So it's just me building in the letters. And so a lot of letters just really started off as shapes.
Wait, so you actually drew these shapes yourself?
Yeah.
That I did not know. I thought that this was a font.
Oh, no, this is all hand drawn.
Danielle, I swear to you, I did not know that.
Yeah, I learn something new every day. No,
okay,
this
child,
is
you have too much talent. It's like, wow.
So it all starts off as like block letters or just shapes, and like this is a K, right? Just from that shape. Then this is an A, and this is just me doing it like really quickly, but that's A, and then this would be an M, and then it's just me playing around with the letters and stuff like that. So from there, it kind of just goes into different sketches, kind of layering things, and then doing more drawings on top of it. And so with that base that I used here, it kind of turned into me creating the letters like this.
But can you then turn that into your own unique font?
If I wanted to, yes.
So
I could. I have not, which I'm still learning to figure out how to do, because that's just something. Like, I'm busy, Akilah.
But can you? But in all honesty,
no, yeah,
can you try and sell this font?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So how are we doing this?
We definitely could. We definitely could. And so from there, we got into different colors and stuff like that, and just like, and again, this was not the final in any way, shape, or form, but it was just really, the concept was started on the iPad. So we knew we wanted to put names, so the background isn't any actual names, but in the final book, you have the names of the people. Yes. But here I'm just like names, titles, and names, titles, to kind of get an idea as to how it would look. And I think this is what I had shown you for a first draft, if I'm not mistaken, something along these lines before it got to the colors of this. But
not even
that was kind of the process.
I don't remember.
That was the process of getting it from a sketch of just like me writing things down to the final book.
Typically, I would say it's maybe like 3 or 4 rounds of back and forth to get the final mock-up, the final design, I mean.
Yeah.
Then I go on and I order a sample. That's basically the process of, you know, designing the crazy concepts and ideas that are in my head and creating these incredible products. So if you want to learn more, you can follow me at Big Dreamers CA on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
all the things.
Obviously. You can also follow Danielle. Well, you should also follow Danielle at DM Cox.
Yes.
And she's on all of the
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, DM Cox _ on Twitter, on Instagram, but just search DM Cox and you'll be able to find me.
All right, so thank you guys so much for joining us today, and please subscribe. Bye.